I'm going to draw a vase of flowers. This type of composition is called a still life. A still life is an arrangement of non-moving objects. In this case, it's an arrangement of flowers in a vase on a table. We're going to imitate the artist Vincent van Gogh. Vincent van Gogh did a series of sunflower paintings. In this painting, you can see that Vincent van Gogh used mostly all different shades of yellow. His vase, his table, the wall, and the sunflowers are all different shades of yellow. He did use some greens for the stems and accents of black, but most of the paint is all different shades of yellow. That's a monochromatic color scheme. The word monochrome means one color. Mono meaning one and chrome meaning color. When we choose our colors, we're going to try to stick with one family of colors. To get started, you'll need a piece of white drawing paper, a pencil, and an eraser. I'm going to begin by holding my paper vertically the tall way so I have plenty of room for my vase and my flowers. You can either draw your vase freehand or you can use a tracer. I have a piece of cardboard that's rectangular, so I'm going to trace my rectangle near the bottom of my paper to start my vase. If I leave my rectangle just the way I traced it, it will look as flat as the tracer. I want my rectangle to look like it is more three-dimensional, like a cylinder. So the top edge has to look as if it can hold something. I'm going to start by making the top edge of my rectangle curve downward for the front of my vase. I want my whole rectangle to look like it's a cylinder, so I'm going to curve the bottom down in the same direction as the top. I'm not going to worry about the back edge of my vase just yet. Next, you're going to draw some flowers in your vase. You can draw whatever kinds of flowers you would like to, and you can use whatever shape petals or line patterns you'd like to make your flower. I'm going to begin by drawing a stem in the middle of my vase and a center for my flower. Then I'm going to draw some simple curved ovals for my flower petals all the way around the center. I'm going to erase the stem lines where my flower petals overlap them. I'm going to draw another stem out to the right, a flower center, and some petals off of that center. I'm going to erase where it overlapped the stem, and you notice I did not connect my flower petals on these two petals. I want to make this flower look as if it is in front of that one. I'm going to draw another stem and another center and the flower petals radiating around that center. And erase the stem where it overlapped. If you have room, you could draw some leaves on your flowers if you'd like. And when you're done, you're going to draw the back of your vase. So the front of my vase curved downward, it would continue and curve upward in the back, and I'm only drawing where it does not have a flower stem or leaf or petal in the way. The table needs to be at least high enough to make it look as if my vase is sitting on the table completely. If I draw a line right underneath that front edge of my vase, then the back curved edges of my vase look as if they're not on the table. It looks like it's floating. You can draw your table as far up as you'd like to, but make sure that it is at least as high up as that back edge of your vase. How far you draw your line up will determine how much wall and how much table you have, so keep that in mind. When you're done, you can decide if you'd like to leave it in pencil or if you'd like to outline it with a marker. You can choose to do it either way. If you leave it in pencil, your finished drawing, when it's done mostly in one family of colors, may have a difficulty finding the flowers within your background. If you outline it, it might be easier to see that, but the choice is completely up to you. So I'm going to begin by using some colors that are all in the same family to color in my flowers. I have grouped some colors in similar families. I have some oranges and a yellow. I have some reds and a pink. I have some blues and a blue violet, some violets and a red violet, and I have some different shades of green. I'm going to want to use the greens for the stems, so I'm not going to use those for my flowers. I'm going to start by using some different shades of yellow and orange to color in my flowers. You can either make all of your flowers with one color, or you can alternate colors and make your petals different colors. That's strictly up to you. But remember to try to stick with colors that are in the same family. So all oranges, yellow, orange, and yellow, or all reds, red, red, violet, pink, all blues, blue, blue violet, turquoise, whatever shades of one color you'd like to use. After you color all of your flowers, you can color in your stems. And those you could choose to use your greens to make it look more realistic. And again, you could use one shade of green, or you can use different shades of green. I have one that I've already done those same steps to already that I'm going to continue with my vase. So on my vase, I am going to still stick with my yellows and oranges, and I'm going to color my vase either one color, like I did with my first one, or with a pattern, like I did with that one. You can draw whatever kinds of designs or patterns you'd like to on your vase, and if you'd like to start with pencil, you could do that to make sure that you're happy with whatever you have. I'm going to draw a few bands of color first. Notice that I'm making them curved downward just like I did the top and the bottom of the vase. And then I think I'll color in some designs inside those bands of color. And I'll color in the spaces behind those designs. Since the inside of the vase is further away from us than the front of the vase, I'm going to use my dark red-orange to color in the inside of the vase. The darker color will make it look like it's a little bit further away and like it goes down and into the vase. And I think I'll use that just to accent some of my details on my vase. Once you have your vase drawn, then you're going to use those same colors to do your table. You can do your table all one color, or you can use your different shades, whichever you'd like to do. If you make the front of your table a little lighter, either by pressing lighter, and the back of your table a little darker, either by pressing darker or using different shades of your color. I could use my darker red-orange in the background, and I could use my lighter yellow-orange or yellow mixed in the front to make it lighter. And if you don't have a yellow-orange crayon, you could certainly use yellow and orange drawn over the top of each other, or if you don't have a red-orange, you could use a red and an orange drawn over the top of each other. So even if you have a basic color set, you can mix those colors by overlapping them and making different shades of your color. And once you're done with your table, then you can decide if you're going to color in your background with all one shade of your color, or if you're going to use all your different shades or some of your different shades to use them on the wall as well. And that's all there is to it. I hope you had a good time with that, and I can't wait to see what you do.